We here.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's cracking, man?
Dude, you got the setup on. You said you weren't gonna have your gear. You got your setup on point, bro.
Nah, man. I was like, I know Harry taught me something. I gotta show up like not like a scrub, dude.
You're looking
Let's
great, bro. You're
go,
sounding
dude.
great. How are you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, dude. After Access Deny was just giving me the little powwow. I was on the phone with him forever trying to fix our stuff, and we did it. And Icon, sheesh, man, we turned this apartment into something else.
Yeah,
And here
bro.
we are.
It's the kitchen studio.
This is it. This is the literally the hit maker. Is where I make the food, songs. It's the kitchen. You know what I mean?
This
The
is where
kitchen
all the cooking
studio.
goes down.
Yeah, which I need to do more of. I need to do more cooking.
Me too. Me too. It's hard. I
Yeah,
was on a
I'm just
good stretch during the the first year of COVID when it was just like very locked down. I would
yeah.
find myself bored and I needed to do
I was proud
something.
to. I was proud. I was proud to cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those days, I was like, what happened to those days? I was proud to cook, doing those things. But hey, listen, now I'm proud to set up. Now I'm taking it. But all right, we'll make this a public handshake and be like, we're gonna do
Yes.
better at cooking.
There
All
you
right, me
go.
and you.
We'll hold each other accountable.
Yeah, there you go. As accountability partners.
That's right. It's needed. It's needed. Well,
Mm-hmm.
there's plenty to
Mm-hmm.
be proud of right now. It's funny. I was just we were talking on the phone earlier, but I was also in your IG live earlier. Why were you on your IG live, man? What was going on? Tell the people.
Well, I was missing sound check with Icon for the Discord interview, and I was like, "Listen, man. Since we last spoke, I got tagged on Instagram by Z100 in New York, which is a huge pop radio station. Obviously, it's like the biggest.
Right.
And then they tagged like this guy Maxwell tags me in another post. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to be on Z100. So
So
first thing I
dope.
thought was to get a taxi. The taxi driver said his radio didn't work. So sure, then I had to order Uber. So
Word.
I wanted the ambiance of the cab, but yeah, man. So I was on live, and dude, it's crazy. So we got this song that's taken off, and it's really cool because it came out a couple days ago.
Congratulations, bro.
Thanks,
So
bro.
dope. So dope, man. I've been for the people watching who don't know, we've been knowing of each other and have connected a couple times in the past. But
Mm-hmm.
I've been following your journey throughout and have just been so stoked on everything that's been happening for you recently, man. It's been so cool to see, and I want to talk about all of that. I would love to ask you some questions, man, about your career. I just think you have an awesome story, man, and if you're up for it, I want to talk about some Kosha Dillz, man. Let the
Yeah,
people know
man.
who you are.
Yes.
So one thing I wanted to start with this, if we can take it back a ways,
All the
because
way.
you've obviously been putting in work for years. But
Mhm.
me and my friends in middle school were just huge fans of Definitive Jux, the label. We were huge Aesop Rock, Lift fans, obviously
Yeah.
Canox, LP,
Uh-huh.
and of course the great C.
Uh-huh.
Ray's Walls was on that
Yes.
roster as well, who you have a
Mhm.
project with from back in
Gotta hope.
2008.
Yep, 2008, man. C. Ray's Walls, dude. He was the guy who told me how to freestyle rap.
Wow.
Basically.
Is that
Basically,
right?
it was him. Because he would give me like 10-minute sets or 15-minute sets. So back in the day in MySpace, you would see um, people comment on these people's pages, be like, "Oh, yo, what's up from? I need to see you do a show in, New Hampshire." So I looked at it as an opportunity. And you could add your shows to your pages and be like, I got a show here, I got a show there. We're doing this tour, we're doing that tour.
Right.
So the more show dates that would pop up, you got a lot of clout. I mean, this is before bands in town, song kick, ways that we all find our shows or whoever concert we go to, we get a notification.
Right.
And I looked at it as like, oh man, let me just hit this person up and see if they want to do a show at C-Rays.
Yeah.
And I had, 2005, 2006, we started doing that. I'm talking 05, 06. So I put out
Yeah.
a record. I wanted to tour it. I was printing CDs
Yeah.
on my mom's computer with the compact Presario, and it had like a sheet printer, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
And that's how I first did it. So I would like help book C-Rays for shows, and he's like, "Yo, if you could book a show, like come play the show." So
Hell
that was
yeah.
like the deal. And then when I got there, no one really, no one knew my songs, but no one really cared
Right.
either. And I was just like, well, but if you C-Ways was freestyling, and then I'm like, well, let me freestyle as I'm opening up, and then I felt the response from the crowd was way better that way
Right.
than doing my song, which no one really cared, especially when there's
Right.
not a lot of people there. So that's who started. And then we did freestyle versus written. So he freestyled the whole album. I
Insane.
wrote my part. I wrote my part, which is funny now because now I'm the freestyler guy.
Right.
And but see, and C Ray's just went off the top and would, do a couple takes, but basically freestyled the whole thing.
Wow.
He
That's
freestyled the
insane.
whole record. So when we recorded that, he would say stop, go, and then and we made the album in like a day. Like I
Wow.
wrote all my parts, and then he listened to my verses, and would go in and be like, "See, Ray's wall," duh, 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 duh,"
Yeah.
just we recorded
That's
in
wild.
Brooklyn, and
I was
yeah,
curious
man.
because I knew the whole concept obviously of the freestyle versus written, and you say on there in the track where you're like breaking down what the project is. You're
Mm-hmm.
like C Rays is gonna freestyle his verses. I prepared mine. Or you have like some bars about it
Yeah,
explaining the concept,
yeah.
and I was like, wow.
Freestyle versus written LP. Let me see you write a verse like me. Let me see you be like C, spitting and freeze. Come on, man, you ain't gully. Like, yeah, and then for C Rays would be like, I got the call from Todd Misbin. He's like
Yeah.
on the phone. He's like, who is it? He's
Yeah.
like, C Ray Wolves. I got business. You and Kosha Dillz should really kick it.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
So was C Rays? You said he was freestyling like his sets back then too. Was he like freestyling at his live
C
shows?
Rays just did whatever he felt like doing.
Yeah.
C Rays did a lot of stuff, and like, what I learned from C Rays was, to be honest, like he would just show up and then he would just freestyle forever, or would miss set. Back then, like we didn't have no like USBs. It was like CDs, show CDs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Wow.
Got the show CD, right? And we're just all these like outside things to depend on. And yeah, he would have his set, he had his, TV tracks, and he would have, just random beats, and the DJ would just flip it to vinyl.
Yeah.
Whoever was there would DJ, and that was it, man. Like any one of his shows was always going to be different.
That's dope.
And yeah,
That's dope.
ideally we were there on time, but most of the time he's like, you got to come pick me up in the Bronx, and we got to drive to Virginia, and you're like, how am I going backwards to get you? You know what I mean? It doesn't make no sense. It's kind of things we
Wow.
wouldn't do today, we used to do at C Ray's Walls.
That's
So shout out
crazy.
to C Ray's, who just called me recently, and it was dope. So
That's
I mean,
awesome,
he's
bro.
really the best. I think honestly, as a freestyler, he's the best because he digs into realms of freestyle rap that are like, it's not what maybe you do or I do,
Yeah.
and he just goes in and he like taps into like his mental pathways. I think honestly because of his like mental condition. I don't know. He's say he's depression, bipolar. I don't know like what, but C Rays has been through some real life stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and I think there's certain parts of his brains that he could tap that not a lot of humans could tap.
Right.
And it's just
Yeah.
like certain people are, but with freestyle specifically. So
That's so dope.
him,
That's so dope.
yeah. So he got that project, and
Yeah.
it was great.
Hell
So
yeah, bro. Also, you're featured on a song by the RZA, the operator.
yes,
Or not
yes,
the operator, just operator. Which also
operator.
has, the legendary Cool G rap on it. Your
It sure
verse on that
does.
is insane, by the way. Your verse on that is
Thank you.
crazy. It like it really were like coming with the maybe this is just how you came more often back then. I don't even know, but it just to me it had that sort of like Wu-Tang, like that Ghostface like patchwork kind of abstract connection, like advanced
I like how
slang.
you said that patchwork. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like my bars were like and you're like I'm about to think of something, and you're like all right, I thought about that for 1.5 bars, and then you're
right.
switching up. It's like the verse is like twist a bottle cap, yarmulke, harmonica, goon saloon, Vidal Sassoon, barber rap. You're like what
Yeah.
the it's. But when I wrote that in the Woo studio at RZA's crib, and I was
Wow.
like. Someone's like, he's like, yeah, you're going like the 11th hour. He's like, I was like, I want to write this verse, the best verse I ever wrote in my life in
Right.
15 minutes because they're going to change their mind. And he'll be like, what are you doing here with me and Cool G Rap?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're like,
Yeah.
how is this happening? Like, and the story to that was that dude, I was supposed to be in the UK and I got like deported because I didn't have a work visa. And it was like the first time I was supposed to go there for some like education thing called Lamud. And then next thing you know, I'm back in New Jersey. Then I like drove to Maryland and I like snuck in to Rock the Bells because I didn't have money for a ticket.
Yeah.
Poison Pen brought me on stage. I snuck backstage without a pass, met RZA, gave me his number. and I had known him, and it was like he gave me his number. He was with another famous actor, and Bokeem. Oh man, what movie? The movie The Devil. He was just an amazing actor. I gotta think of this dude real quick, which I will get back to. And then he invited me to the crib days later, and Cool G Rap showed up at like 4 a.m. By the way, it was just so
Wow.
random. So, and then one day he just put it out, and then that was the history of that song, The
That's
Operator.
insane, bro. Were you there when
Yeah.
Cool G was like writing and laying his shit, or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You got to be hood to love it all throughout the suburbs. So it's like,
That's
and
wild, bro.
and then I woke up at Riz's house, and like Cool G Rap was like on the couch, like we had a sleepover at Riz's house, kind of like very obscure. Nah, you're lying. 100%. I'll bet $1,000 you're lying, and I'll win. You know, I'm like, no, it really happened.
That's insane, bro.
It wasn't part of the era where you document things. Like you're like, yo, I'm
Right,
filming everything. Like, you know what I mean? It just wasn't.
right.
But yeah, dude. I think I just it was just so that happened. So thanks for bringing that up, and thanks for listening, and tell
Dude, of
everyone to check
course,
that.
man. That's fucking legendary.
I
Like,
wish I want to just put that up on. I want to put that up on Spotify, but I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could. You know.
I
don't
know. I looked for it on Spotify because I wanted to know if it was part of a project or anything, but it looks like it was just a one-off demo.
No,
Like
yeah,
he just whipped
it
it.
was like something that happened in the history of mankind. And you're like, oh, when like a god looks like the world is destroyed, like in the year 7,000, and you're like, this happened. This is something that was part
That's
of the
awesome, bro.
museum of life.
That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. That's awesome. Dope, man.
Bokeem Woodbine. Okay, guys, the other person in the circle with RZA when that happened was Bokeem Woodbine,
Bokeem
the
Woodbine.
actor. Yeah, he's in America. Yeah,
Okay.
he's in a lot of stuff. He's in like hella stuff. Emmy, you know, dude's sick. You
Amazing.
definitely know him. But
Amazing.
anyways,
So dope. So dope. Also wanted to ask you about your working relationship with Modest Yahoo, who I know you've done a bunch of stuff with, both live and on record. How did that come about? How did you guys start working together?
when I got out of jail for the last time, I've been sober over 17 years. I got out July, something like I was like the fall or winter of 2004.
Yeah.
And my homie Jonah David, who was drumming for Modest Yahoo at the time, he's like, yo, I got this guy, he's Jewish dude. He's like, really like, try to make you like, he's just like a really spiritual, religious guy. Right now, it's kind of taken off. And
Yeah.
I knew him from the New Rican Poets Cafe, where a lot of us were like sharpening our swords, freestyle battle and everything.
Yeah.
So he goes, come, you know, hit him up and I'll connect you guys. So I went over to Modest's house. He was like beatbox for me. We like sipped tea and like studied some like Hasidus, you know, some Torah. And he's like, come do the show at BB King's. It's like sold out.
Wow.
Dress from Black Sheep was there, and I rapped with him. I think it's like on audio.org, and you could listen to like, you know, the jam band scene, the reggae scene has all these long, just, you know, things,
Sure.
just everything. And then he, you know, I would just show up. I mean, I won the Hot 97 battle in 2009.
Mhm.
And then somehow I came across Modest again and just started trying to stay in touch. And then he invited me on tour. You know, I was just like, I asked him, I don't want to say he invited me. I was just like, yo, man, I want to rap. I'm hot right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, like come. He's like, come to Central Park, come to Philly, come to this spot. And that was it. Like I just started appearing, and then you know me, him, and C Rays was his favorite rapper. So let's bring back C Rays.
Okay.
So you know we did a song called Childhood. Me, him, Mr. Green was the producer, who's now doing stuff with like Trippie Redd and DMX, and you know,
Crazy.
rest in peace, and like yeah, just crazy, you know, producer.
Yeah.
Um, and then Modest got on my project. We did a song called Dodging Bullets, and he's on my new album, Nobody Cares Except You. And, you know, I played with Modest in front of like 20,000 people after Macklemore did Thrift Shop. Like, I've seen Modest Yahoo.
Damn.
People come to Modest Yahoo shows in like Germany with like flags against him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really crazy
Wow.
stuff. I mean, Modest Yahoo transcends every musical genre. I would say, you know, he's a GOAT in so
Yeah.
many ways, especially for like Jewish musicians.
Right.
Very inspiring. He helped create other scenes that didn't exist before he existed. You know, he kind of like inspired a lot of people. And his artist respect, I would say, just people from rap and reggae and all rock. Everyone loves Modest Yahoo's songs. You
Yeah.
know, he's very focused on the music. He's not like me. It's like content and stuff like that. He just songs,
Right.
shows,
That's
shows.
amazing.
Very traditional, right? You know, they label rock,
Yeah.
and now he's, you know, independent. Now his music's really awesome. I think it's even better than before. And
Yeah.
just, he's been in the game so long. So shout out to Modest Yahoo.
Shout out to Modest Yahoo, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
let's go.
that's incredible, man. I think it's dope too. You mentioned how him being, a Jewish artist and somebody who is very spiritual and does incorporate their faith into their work. That's something I wanted to talk to you about too. I mean, obviously, down to the name Kosha Dillz, and also in the music you create, obviously your faith is a big part of your artistic identity. Like, has it always been that way for you? And why is it important to you to represent your faith the way that you do?
Well, first, I would say like being Jewish isn't even about like faith as in like Christian Islam or things like that. I just think like my whole family's Jews and just my family's from Israel.
Right.
And my name's Rami Matan Evanesh, so it's a very foreign name. And the beginning of the name, I just did this, and it's like in my link tree, because I think we were talking about link tree before with Icon. Like
Plug the link tree.
and it's my first name was Kosher Dill, and then I remember getting booed or like people were making fun of me, so I changed it immediately to KD Flow, sort of like Pac FM or MF Doom or letter name, And then I was in the battle circuit, and then after I got out of jail last time, I was like, I need to be like more authentic to me and not be afraid, and like I'll be grateful. Like Kosha Dillz is a dope name. It's like a euphemism, right? I was a young kid. Everything was a sexual reference, and then it was like the hustle reference, and then it was like a dope rap kind of twist. So I was like, I like this. I rock with Kosha Dillz. And I looked up to like the Jewish stuff I like because I was a hustler. I was a drug dealer, and I was like selling door-to-door cemetery plots. Like I came from a really dark place. So I was like, this is like kind of hood, kind of like Italian Gangster, which was really big. Sopranos was just coming out. And I wanted to be like the Jewish dude in those films. So Goodfellas, as a Kosha Dillz was sort of like ambiance or connection. I don't know if that's the right word. Like a connection sort of like to nonfiction and necro, these like hardcore Jewish gangster type stuff.
Yeah.
And then I met Modest Yahoo, and then I was like, well, wow, that's like a whole nother thing I didn't even know existed.
Right.
Like another level of culture and identity. And so that was like the yin and the yang. Is sort of like bridging the spiritual with the physical. So for me, being Kosha Dillz is more like an identity thing, and then having faith in being myself, not even of a religion or subscribing to the religion. Like, yeah, kosher. A lot of people always write kosher. I'm like, it's not kosher. I'm like, not kosher. I mean, I keep kosher like onto some level of like Jewish law and stuff, but it's just more about being proud to be myself and not to be ashamed or worry from being judged by other people. Yeah. And that's so the name has stuck with me, and many people have told me to change it. And because my name Rami Matan is also dope, but my name's just like your name's dope too. But like Kosha Dillz is dope, and I think it stands for something bigger than other people being comfortable of like I being identified as being a Jew and also being dope, just being dope as Kosha Dillz, and it opens up a lot of things, and that's what it has been. And I'd rather like have the name go down in flames than like ever change it. Like let's either be successful or what I'm saying, let's go down. We ain't change our names, bro.
Dude, I fucking love it, and I fuck with that message just hardcore, man. It's empowering you to be who you are above anything else, and that's really
like
what it
is. Let's say this, like if you ever ate shit as Harry Mack, right, and just for whatever reason. And you're like, oh man, like Harry, you should like change the name. And you're like, nah, bro, like I'm down on the bottom, and we're gonna build it back up.
100%.
And that's what it's about. Like,
nah.
And that's just like that's sort of like the story of Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're like fighting back for like what's yours. And really, I lost a lot of myself, and so many people have told me to change that are Jewish, and other people, the people that embrace me the most are people that weren't Jewish. So that's why I'm like, this isn't Jewish stuff. This is just about me being who I am. And I just also am Jewish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I feel you.
You know what I mean? So, just keep that name growing,
Hell yeah. Bro, you mentioned you obviously been through some darker times in your past. You mentioned being incarcerated, times when you were, selling drugs, using drugs. But you also mentioned you've been sober now for over 17 years. Congratulations, by the way. That's huge, man.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
I got you, bro. I'm always. I'll hit you with the bomb drop. That's That's massive, man. Everybody throw some hearts in the chat right now. 17 years, bro. That's huge.
Let's go. Yeah,
Um,
reach out. If whatever I announce. So I feel weird always saying it because I'm like, hey, I'm sober 17 years. But then I get so many messages like, yo, my brother, sister,
yeah,
hey, I used to. You just don't know because it's something that no one. And all I gotta do is just say it,
right.
and like let people know because people you didn't know, like you might not know. I don't know if you
No.
knew, but
I did. I didn't.
so
No,
what?
no. I did know. I knew that you were on that journey. But I think it's inspiring, man. It's super inspiring. I'm on my own sobriety journey. I'm going on 2 years. In February, I will have been sober for 2 years. No alcohol, no weed, which is something I used to
Okay.
do a lot.
Okay.
Daily, and something that I
Well,
didn't
hit
want.
that air horn for yourself, my man.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
No, thank you, man. But no, I wanted to talk to you about it. I think it's dope, man. And I'm just curious, like, what's it like? What's it been like for you being a sober artist in a genre that, often is glorifying the substances we put in our bodies, rapping about drugs and
Mm.
alcohol and things of that nature, either using or selling. What has that experience been like for you?
I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing if I was doing that. There's just some
Yeah,
people can. And the only reason why I am as successful as I am, whether people consider I am successful or not, but for myself, where I'm at, whether it was in 2006 or 2010 or wherever I'm at, is because I stayed clean. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because if I get behind a wheel and I'm high and I always got arrested. Like I would just always go and getting in, like I
yeah,
didn't. So for me, when I see other people doing it, I just, like the thing is, I don't like to bring it up personally. Like people find out and it makes other people uncomfortable if they're getting high. Like they don't feel guilty around me, right?
sure.
So people would distance themselves from it, like you start talking about publicly. But I think when you build it in a forum like this, where just people see the video and it hits different. Instead of me, I used to go out to places and be like, nah, I can't smoke weed backstage. I remember with C-Rays, and it'd be like, yo, people are gonna be angry like
Y-
at you.
Yeah,
And it's definitely recovery has been cooler. It got like addressing mental health issues is a cool thing now.
right,
So, but there was a time that it wasn't as cool, man. It
right.
just wasn't. Everyone's just like shut it, just don't share with people. But I like to talk about it just for myself, just to make sure that I'm checked. But I the thing I hate most about being out and being around people with alcohol and drugs is that like emotionally, I feel so drained because I use so much energy to defend myself from actually being like appeased by it. And like
Yeah,
if I'm not in touch with my people and my, guidelines of spirituality, what I do to stay right, right?
yeah,
This is like outside of rap,
yeah,
then emotionally I could get in a hole. And just by being around that negative stuff, and it's not even saying it's negative for them, it's just negative for me.
right.
And because I always got to keep about myself, so I have to be on because I might look cool at the party with you and we're around, but then like the next 3 days I could fall into like a hole and not do anything and stuff like that. So it's like a roller coaster how I
Yeah,
defend this stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I like to go to places that it's not, but usually when I'm at those, parties and you're schmoozing and kind of networking or whatever, you're just chopping it up with all the characters in the game. You just try to that's difficult for me on many occasions, really, just
yeah,
to be like, I just get frustrated. And if you stay out after a certain time at night, everyone's sauced up, even the people that really aren't,
right,
always could be.
right. Yeah, man. Well, bro, I respect you a fucking lot, man, for speaking about it, and I think it's a
Mm,
positive thing that mental health is being destigmatized in terms of like you say, it's cool to talk about now. I think that's important. That's an important shift. And you mentioned that you wouldn't be able to have the success you're having without your sobriety. Speaking of the success that you're having, man, you've been on a crazy fucking run. I'm super happy to see it, man. I want to talk. We talked about the past. Let's talk about the now,
yeah.
baby. I wanted,
Yes.
I wanted to
Let's
talk
talk
about
about it.
the Fat Joe moment, man. Recently, you
Mm-hmm.
were for those who don't know, who are watching, Kosha Dillz, freestyles out in public, like you've seen me do, and you're always out there somewhere freestyling. It's amazing. You were outside the Knicks game, right?
Yes.
And Fat Joe walks up, donates you $20, kicks some bars from Big L's The Enemy, which of course you knew every word
Yes.
to. Every MC knows that verse, and you were rapping
Let's
along
hope.
with him. Yeah, you
Yeah.
you had it ready,
Yeah.
and a crowd formed. Obviously, Fat Joe rapping out on the street, but dude, that was so dope to see. What was that like in that moment, and what's it been like having this huge viral moment afterwards? Because that clip has, I mean, that's the freestyle heard around the world. That clip has been picked up everywhere.
Thank Thank you, and that means a lot coming from you because I feel like many of your freestyles have been heard around the world. But yeah, I feel like that, I was just out last night and everyone's like, "Yo, man, good to see you, performing, but where's your umbrella?" It's like people are just so for those who don't know, I was rapping in a nor'easter rainstorm and I started doing viral stuff when I moved to New York and I had one rap that went viral in a blizzard. And I'm like, wow, people love this raw New York stuff. And the thing is, Fat Joe walked by me,
Yeah.
right? And earlier that night, Mark Ronson put me on his Instagram, and people were sending it to me because he didn't tag me. He didn't know who I was or whatever. But
Right.
I was rapping about him, and I couldn't believe it. I know it was Mark Ronson, like this guy produced for Amy Winehouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know. So Fat Joe walks by. I'm rapping about Fat Joe, just like I would rap about Harry Mack or Icon. You know what I'm saying? Or Con or anybody, Dave, Joe, whoever's walking by, I'm rapping about him.
Yeah.
And what happened was I was surely looking ahead, and then all of a sudden, Fat Joe's like in my peripheral, like I'm like, Fat Joe at 9 o'clock, and and then he's just like he's trying to grab the mic, and I'm like, yo, I'm still rhyming. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, let
Oh,
me finish a couple more bars.
Yeah.
So because people appreciate this here, I was like, yeah, come and take a picture. Hey, yo, my girlfriend's right there. And the line I was supposed to say was, she ain't no 76er because the Knicks had just beat the Sixers. But
Okay.
after I said, yo, my girlfriend's right there. And then Fat Joe grabs the mic, and that was the last bar. And I'm like, yo, my girlfriend's right there. And then Fat Joe goes, enough's enough. Federal's trying to set me up. So it actually seamlessly flowed into my girlfriend's right there. And he says, enough's enough.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm as giddy as I am now talking about this with you because I know it's just a crazy moment that what were the chances of that happening? It was raining. There's umbrellas. My girl is filming me. She doesn't even really know Fat Joe. She's not
Yeah.
hip
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I send it to this guy, this Instagram page, What is New York? I send it to this Instagram blogger, It's Biscuit,
Yeah.
and they both post it, and then it's like wildfire. And
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is nuts. And then later that week, after Maxim Magazine posted it, my boy Flex Matthews, shout out to Flex Matthews, he was like, yo, Fat Joe has a show in Denver. You should go.
Mm.
And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you should try again on stage. And I'm like, yo, I'll just gonna go. I contacted Maxim. I wasn't in touch with people, but I was like, let me open up for Fat Joe. So I just go anyway because no one really got back to me. And I got there, and this is like some crazy party that Fat Joe's playing. It's like some, Maxim bet. It's like a sports betting thing, or you go
Okay.
there and you bet on North Carolina college football, whatever.
Sure.
Fat Joe, he sees me, shows me love. That's it, and then they send people down to get me, and it's like DJ Khaled, we the best crew, and I'm just like, yo, what? He's like,
Damn.
sit down. He's like, sit down, and then that goes for me playing with him, and then it just keeps going, and then that
Yeah.
goes, and then I do a Unilad thing, which
Yeah.
you've done, and
Yeah.
they've covered it, and they put it in extra documentaries about street performing. So I'm like, wow, this is just really lovely.
So
And
dope, bro. So dope.
so that's been
Congrats,
going,
man.
and now thanks, dude. And now I got a music video following that, and it's just cool.
Yeah,
It's just
talk about the video, man. Hanukkah song 2.0.
yes, dude. Hanukkah song. Happy Hanukkah to everybody. Which I brought. Is there a time limit on this, or we're just going?
We we're going. We're
Well,
going. We'll probably wrap
we're
it up
going?
fairly
Okay.
soon. Fairly soon, but
Okay, cool.
we-
Well, I
we-
got something in store. We'll finish the store because I got something special that I was. But so basically, the Hanukkah 2.0. Me and my man Nassim Black, who's a Black Orthodox Jewish rapper from
Yes.
Seattle. Got to check him out. The thing is in the link tree. The video's in the link tree and the Twitter. So
He's dope. I heard his verse from. I only know him from your song with him, but he's dope. Yeah.
So he arrived. We're working on the song in November, and we're like, "Can we pull this off?" My girl Nini produced it. She did my holiday song last year, "Schmuck the Buck." I just been doing these holiday songs. He lands from Israel on Thanksgiving, for his tour. We're going on tour together, and we literally shoot the music. We shot the music video on Thanksgiving in New York City, and we flipped it and turned it on Sunday, the first night of Hanukkah. Tonight's the sixth night of Hanukkah. So my life has drastically changed again in the video. And on the video, in the same spot that Fat Joe, where I was rapping outside MSG, Gary Vaynerchuk.
I know. Yes, dude. That's
and he's
insane.
in the Fat Joe spot.
Gary
Yeah.
V's in the video, and you have a line. So did you already have the line? See, okay, so that's what I want to ask you. Because you say, cop the NFT from Gary V or whatever, and then he's
Yes.
in the video and you're putting your arm around him. How did that
Yes.
happen? Did you already have the line and he happened to come, or did he come and you rewrote the verse?
Hey, you're smart.
No,
What I
you don't
tell
have to
certain
share.
people, yeah, what I
Sorry.
tell certain people is different, but basically Gary V's in the video, and it was magical. Of course you're a smart dude. So
No, no, I'm
so
sorry, man.
basically,
You
nah,
tell me
but
what's shareable.
the moment happened. Gary V's in the video with the NFT. Gary V. Nassim didn't know that Nassim wasn't around for the Gary V part,
Yeah.
right? So Nassim's like, and they're like, whoa. When we shot the video, the only way we were gonna do the video, we were like, listen, who doesn't have any family that makes music videos? Because obviously can't be doing anything on Thanksgiving. Everyone was busy,
Right.
and I just came out of my pocket, I did it, and we're like, all right, it's good, 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 yeah. And dude, uploaded on Sunday, and it's been a whirlwind. Like Paul Rosenberg just played it on Shade 45 for Hanukkah Radio. Hot
Dope.
97 played it. Z100 played it today.
Insane.
Variety, Billboard, like 20 other newspapers, and every day there's more and more and more. Probably by the time we get off this, and that, and also, um, the best part about it was really that, you know, I think we're hoping that Adam Sandler sees it
I was
at
gonna
some point.
ask if there's been any acknowledgement from Adam Sandler because it's a remix for everybody watching. You got to check the video.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
link
a
the
remix
video
of the
in the chat.
original. We remixed the original song from Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
Put on your
classic.
yarmulke, it's time for Hanukkah.
Right,
It's like the SNL one.
right.
So I'm gonna go tomorrow night. I'm gonna go rap outside SNL if I can. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dope.
and literally just be like, "Yo, I'm Adam Sandler?" Like, you have 24 hours to respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, because other people have doing it, and I just want to know. There's a line after. This is the line. It goes, get a VHS, Nintendo, DVD, or an NFT from Gary V. And if you bump into someone when you're in the street, next time say, excuse me. And if you see Adam Sandler in the street, tell him, put me in the scene in the movie. What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to share it, but saying, put your boy on. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here putting in his work. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, what's up? I know you got a scene in a movie where you're like going to the store and there's some dude rapping outside a store, right? Where we're like, me and Harry are ciphering. We're like, yo, what's.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be seamless, Let's put your boys in.
That's awesome, bro. I love it.
So the video's out and it's doing so well, and it's my most successful video, man, I've had. And listen, I'm 40 freestyling, on the streets. It's a humbling thing, dude, right? And I see
Hell
your
yeah.
videos and I see other people's videos, and you're like, just keep going, bro. It's not about anyone else except you. It's your journey, your journey, your journey, your journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just don't quit before the miracle happens. It's a very recovery thing. It's just like, do not quit before a miracle happens. And it's the Hanukkah miracle season, man. It's Christmas.
Let's go.
Miracles happen on 34th Street. I mean, it's a true thing.
Word.
And I felt that way about the RZA thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we kind of serendipity. We put in the work, and then eventually miracles happen. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of
Absolutely,
it.
bro. If you stay consistent and you are like one of the most consistent that I know of, you're literally everywhere.
Uh,
I feel like you have a clip rapping for every rapper. Like there's basically a clip of Kosha Dillz rapping with every rapper. Like I saw the DMX
yeah.
thing, that was heavy. RIP.
DMX,
That was
RIP, yeah,
crazy.
and
Yeah.
oh my God, that was. I did not start rapping. I would like to put that out there. I told DMX, he was like, I was like, I'm in the cipher. What RZA put me in, and he's like, oh, you rhyme, spit something. Like he like told me to rhyme for him, and then he
Yeah.
started battling me.
I
So
know.
that was just a, but that was like. I don't even know. That's another story, and that's if anyone looks up Kosha Dillz DMX, there's there ASAP Rocky. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff.
One other thing before we wrap, and then because we've got to shut this thing down. But
Are we gonna do the rapping? We should
yeah,
do the rapping.
we're going to do the rapping, but I have to say, when the second time that I went on the Ellen DeGeneres show, I think there must have been a mix-up. Some producer on the show must have thought that I was you and that you were me. I don't know if you saw the clip, but she literally, actually, yeah, because we talked about it. You DM'd me about it. She literally pulled out a jar of kosher dill pickles, followed by a menorah. And I was like, this is insane. Like this, like somebody in the production room thought I was Kosha Dillz for sure. They mixed the clips up. They were like, white dude freestyling in the streets. It's got to be.
I brought the menorah for the Discord just so we should light the menorah while we're here rapping and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Bring back, this is a Kosha DeGeneres. You're like, yo, it was you.
They got to get you on there next, man. That would be the time. But anyway, what do you want to rhyme, man, before we get out of here?
We got to, man. This is like the moment, that all my fans are like, gotta rap with Harry. You know what I mean? So
Oh, hell
we
yeah.
gotta do something, dude.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go out with a
Yeah.
bang. You know how it is with the leg and I don't know if you have a beat you want to throw on your end. I have beats I can throw on here. We can.
If you throw the beats on your end and they sound right to me, will it come through for all the listeners, or
Your
it'll at
voice
least
will
be
come through, but you're gonna be offset rhythmically.
But will the video be like proper? Like
It's gonna
that
be
way after
the only way your
the
voice is gonna be synced to the beat is if you play the beat on your side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What if I do it not through the computer system and I do it through
A speaker.
through mm-hmm.
Yeah, do that.
Will that work?
Yeah,
Okay. Hold on. So then let me just grab that thing.
for sure. Kosha Dillz is here. We're in the kitchen. We're cooking up.
Here it is.
Iconic. You
I got the
still good?
speaker.
We're going overtime. Let me know when you got to split. I can close this thing
I
out.
got the speaker.
Bro.
Okay.
And I just want to let you guys know, Harry, I want to let you know that behind on the fridge where you see the $20, that's Fat Joe's money.
Hey! Air horns for that.
And another one of them is Jada Kiss, because I met Jada Kiss after. I didn't even really post that one, but
Wow.
so we're gonna change them into NFTs.
You have a video with every rapper. I don't think you can hear me right now, but you have a video with every rapper. He can't hear me. He has no headphones on. I'm
Here
out
we
of
go.
the game.
So I'm just gonna put this beat on. It's my favorite beat, actually. Could you hear
Do
me
it.
okay?
Yep, I got you.
Yeah. So my favorite beat is that I'm freestyling over is Fall in Love Slum Village by J Dilla.
Oh, dude.
Let's see.
Classic.
Let's see. And let's see if we get this in. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see the Bluetooth.
There we go. This is the world famous Kosha Dillz speaker right here.
The world, yeah, this is the one that.
Seen in countless freestyle videos.
Did you hear it? Does it sound good or not yet?
Not yet. Point the speaker like right at the mic. And you're going to have to blast it.
Does that sound better?
Discord is muting it. Oh, while you rap, it can be heard.
Hey, what about this on the microphone? I'm cooling on the beat again. It's hype. Does it sound like this? Does it sound alright? I see you nodding heads, then I feel it to the flight. Kosha Dillz on the microphone, the aura is tight. I get a lot of words representing on the honest music making, media sharing, and the caption project. I got a Twitter page. I got the Snapchat still when I feel the age. My words seem bar mitzvah God. Get your age of 13. Fall in love, J Dilla, Harry Mack, know what I mean? I'm hip hop, Abercrombie Fitch with no flip flops when I rip shop on the mic by the TikTok. Wow, and if the beat go out on the microphone, chilling if it go and flow down. I don't need no beat, then I hold it on down, and I'm still vibing with no music right now. Damn, in my aura, I'm reading the Torah with me and Harry Mack pulling up in the tour bus. The four does. Maybe if you feeling so flagrant, hold up. At my age, I do not need the agent, but even if I age quick, I'ma get the rep. 10% left that they gonna get a check. My Hebrew sweatshirt, I feel it getting praise. I got a new sweatshirt that I wanna give away. You know the flow is off the top of the mind well, and Hanukkah's a very hard word to spell, so I had to put it on my own shirt too. Hanukkah, how you spell it, dude? Hey, Dillz, man, I don't stop. Let me pass it to my boy Harry Mack Pop. Nodded on the head without the beat of hip hop. Let me see you get it like that. Yeah,
Yeah, yo, it's all good. Acapella any day. Plus, Discord was trying to mute your beat anyway. Technology was putting up too many obstacles. Sometimes I swear the virtual shit is impossible. Next time we get together, we'll cut through like surgeons. Let the verse in, cause we gonna do this shit in person. Yeah, y'all know that us connected will be vital. We'll rhyme on 34th Street. We sure to go viral. Yeah, Kosha with the spiritual rapping. Please don't quit before the miracle happens. Yeah, we about to make sure we stay dedicated, cause all about the chair, yo, we straight levitated. I come through with the rap flow, y'all know that I blast most. We got the background 20 from Fat Joe. Yeah, y'all know that we about to make a hater miss all of these freestyles. We even got dope from Jada Kiss, heavy as an anvil. We lighting up the candle. The freestyle explorer be lighting the menorah. Yeah, y'all know that we be rapping on the scene. The lighting of the menorah gon' happen on stream. Yeah, let's get it poppin'. The freestyle wanderer. You need to go and peep the song, dog, for Hanukkah 2.0, the remix with Nassim Black, H Mag. Y'all know that we about to get the cream stacks. Hey yo, every time I rhyme, I be in hype form. We light the menorah with sweatshirt that's bright orange. Yeah, y'all know they be loving the verse. And shouts to Kosha Dillz hustling and plugging the merch. Yeah, every time I rhyme, yo, I do it nonstop. From slanging sweaters after them funeral plots. Hey yo, we back in effect, catching wreck in the building. Kosha with the candle in hand. Dog, how you feeling? I'm telling the facts. It gets dealt in the rap. Word to the candles from Menorah. Mack is melting the wax. Hey yo, I'm off the top representing for the holiday. Menorah's lit. Me and Kosha do it all the way. Yeah, I'm about to pass it back. One more verse from the Dillz as a matter of fact. What?
Check it out. Yeah, I got the Hanukkah light. People looking at me like you got a hell of a life. You know the flow straight fire. You got to be careful, man. Don't set your house on fire. Hiya. All right, I got the fly now. Hiya. My mom's name, you know, I'm going to rhyme now. Kosha Dillz a look around a hooker now. They see the menorah that's lit, but not all candles, man. You put it down. People say I never saw this stuff happen. You see the mural of Arnold Schwarzenegger like the last action. I got the passion. Great when I'm feeling so hey. I've been to all 50 states. Listen, I got a little plan. If you really give a damn, you could be my real friend. We don't need no Instagram, but I appreciate the follows. And if you got a little bit of downtime or money to borrow, the best work is the network. Plus, I got a contest. Harry, let's give him a Hanukkah sweatshirt. Leave a comment. I'll send it out tomorrow. They'll be like, oh my God, I got the Hanukkah high flows. Am I right, Dillz? It's the end of the night. And yo, we on the mic with an incredible hype. When I'm hustling beats and I'm running the street, I wake up every morning like, damn, brushing my teeth. Before I had to go, I had to let you need this. We had an album with C, Raise Wolves, and Do the Rip. And people say, damn, you nice with Harry Mack, but it's about time that y'all dudes do a track.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. Hey, yo, we overdue. Kosha and Mack, man, y'all know it's true. I thought you might light your windscreen aflame. Yeah, but you control the menorah with game. We take aim. Hey, yo, y'all know we be hopping on the tour bus. Compared to rappers, we doing truer stuff. And this dude that you seeing on the picture had a sleepover with Cool G and the RZA. Facts.
Hey.
Hey.
Such a funny story, dude. I got so many stories, man. Good, but that was a good story.
That's an insane story, man. Sleepover with Cool G and the RZA is, it sounds like every rapper's dream. It's just incredible. And
Such
I wish.
underground backpackers rap dream of all guys be like, yo, really?
Exactly. It's amazing, man. I wish we had another couple hours to chop it up. As you say, man, this is overdue. The universe has been trying to get us together forever. So let's keep
Perfect
building.
timing.
It is. It is, man.
What perfect timing, man.
It really is. It really is. Congrats on all
I
your
can't believe
success.
we scheduled this before we even shot the Hanukkah video. We were like,
Right.
oh, I should do something, turn, you know, and to think that I was like in a like cab with like some driver, and I'm like, dude, I'm on the radio and Harry Max is in my stream. Like, yo, what's up? Like, what the hell is going on? How are we on Z100?
It's
You know, that's
insane,
like
bro.
the pop, like we about to turn the jingle ball into the Latka ball. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's like,
Let's go,
oh man.
dude. I love it.
Someone wrote this comment, and I just want to say this is the craziest thing. 4 weeks ago, we were outside. You know, we were outside. Literally, we were outside the Knicks game, and I'm gonna be at the Knicks game tomorrow too. By the way, if anyone's in New York,
Dope.
I just had to give the menorah another one of the cameos for this momentum inspirational speech. But literally, it's like a big miracle. It's like a holiday of miracles. And I wanted to say that I would have never thought that I would get this, but I have another friend also, the dude doing, you know, something's happening in New York right now for the street characters
Yeah.
that are just rapping in the street or creating this content. And you know, the universe is like looking out and we're making big moves and big gains.
Yes,
And
sir.
everyone is hitting us up. And it's all about community. It's like the people in here, like your stuff goes, and I look at it and I'm like, man, how can I create a community? You know what I mean? And it's like now I got some people that are behind me and they want me to create a community. So now it's up to me. You know what I mean? They're like,
Hell
we're
yeah.
here, set it up. You know what I mean? We're like, we love your stuff,
Yes.
but you know, make something for us so we can hang out too, because we can't talk to you all the time, and you
Right.
know what I'm saying? So we can't
Yeah.
talk to them all the time. So let everyone talk amongst themselves and stuff, and we got to build it together. And that's what I
Well-
love about your stuff. I want to say it's inspiring, man. So
Thank
I just
you, bro.
appreciate you introducing me to your people. You know what I mean? Because
Well, I was gonna
everyone.
say, Yeah, you definitely get love from this community, man, especially after today. For anybody who's watching who wasn't aware, now they're up on your shit, man. So you definitely you have your own community that's building, man, and we appreciate you coming on here. Super stoked for all your success. Are you really giving this away?
Yeah, I want to give. How many? What should I give away? Like, can I give away some stuff to your people? Like, then just be like, "Yo, I came from Harry's stream" or something on the comment section of the video, and
Yeah,
just
the best
comment,
way
and I'll
to
just
do
roll the
it,
dice.
I would think the best way to do it is through my Discord. So Axis, if we'll come up with a way where we can get the Kosha Dillz sweater out, because we got to get somebody's address, and they're not going to put it publicly. So we'll figure out a way. Me and you will chat offline, and we'll get a way to get the sweater giveaway. Can we do that?
Yeah, I'll send up like a whole package, a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of packages of merch sitting in my apartment building right now that they sent, because I was like, "Yo, it's about to go down. Send all the merch." I told them I'd blaze it, and so I got it. And I'm like, I got to give some stuff away.
Dope.
So, and I got to send some stuff to you guys too. So,
well, that's awesome, bro. We appreciate you, Kosha. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming by the show.
Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Sam Barsh too, who produced my album and also produced for you. And he did Kanye stuff. So I mean, like we've been working, man, with off the freestyle stuff, songwriter stuff.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, we got to get together on that tip as well. And much love to Barsh. The three of us should get together. That would be dope.
Yeah, the thing is, before we go, is just like as a freestyle rapper, because the people know me for my freestyles. It was nice to hear a hook of mine on pop radio, because I'm like, I come from songwriters, and I'm like, the guys that produced my earlier stuff after C-Ray's Jesse Shacken, just hit songs, Sia, One Direction, and I'm like, yo, man, I got a song on a pop radio, and that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't get their hooks that are songwriters, and they be writing songs, like thousands of them. You know what I mean? Because LA is filled with them.
Right.
So you just don't know, man. You get a good hook, boom, boom, boom. Bing bong.
Huge, man. So dope, bro. So dope. Super stoked for you, Kosha, man. Thanks for stopping by the show, bro. Let's keep building, man. And much love, bro. Keep on killing it.
Thanks, guys.
Peace, bro.
Yes, sir. What happens on Discord here? Is it shut off?
You will feel the essence fade very shortly. You'll disappear. Just like that. He's gone. Oh man, much love to Dillz, dude. That guy's killing it right now. So cool to see.